afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Rajkumar Upadhyay. I'm CEO of Center for Development of Telematics. Center of Development of Telematics we are a company of Government of India which does research in telecom and the security. We have diverse portfolio of products, right from 4G, 5G, Wi-Fi, routers, switching, IoT, various kind of applications. Today here I am to discuss how we can prevent cyber frauds happening using mobile. As we all know, the word is mobile. It impacts everything in our life. I think without mobile, if you leave a purse behind, it is fine, but you can't leave your mobile. So mobile is very, very important. As things are progressing, the number of mobile are already ahead of the human population. The internet also, 67% of our population is already on internet. So initially, mobile was used only for voice connectivity, but today mobile does everything. It does your email, your computing, your applications. I just want to bring to your kind notice that in India, we have implemented UPI, Unified Payment Interface. Basically, complete banking you can do from your mobile. As you can transact as less as 5 cents using mobile. You can add the cross using a QR code, and nobody needs to know your bank account number. It is all integrated in the backside. You just put the QR code, it asks what is the amount you want to give. You can give 5 cents, 10 cents, 20 cents, 1 rupee, and it transfers. Just to tell the scale, in the month of March, we did 13.44 billion transactions, which amounted to a value of $238 billion. That is the transaction using this mobile in a month. So, therefore, now what is happening that because mobile is everywhere, it is also being used for phishing, identity theft, lottery scams, investment scams. Now, you need to have some system which detects these mobile numbers which are being used to commit such crimes. So therefore, AI comes into picture. Using AI, how do we detect these connections in advance before they actually use in crime? This is typically the cyber fraud cycle. The criminals obtain the SIMs using fake identity, using wrong photos, using wrong documents, and then they create their account in Facebook, they create an account they create an email ID, they create a bank account, they create WhatsApp profile, Instagram profile, and using these profiles, they actually lure the victims. They talk to them, they put them into trap, and the money is transferred. After that, they throw away the connection. And when the police reaches out to them, actually they are not there because they have taken these connections in somebody else's name, using somebody else's photo, using somebody else's document. So it is very, very difficult to actually reach out to them. Millions of such frauds are happening every day. And people are being, duped for money. If you relate it to the SDG goals, it quietly relates to SDG 1, SDG 8, SDG 16. We have seen in India, even very poor people have lost money. I mean, very little money in the account, and that is siphoned off. So can we have a system that can detect in advance that these connections are actually fraudulent connections? They are likely to commit a crime. This is an example of, you see this picture. This is the picture of identity issued by Government of India. Each one of our citizens in India has been issued a unique identity number. It's called Aadhaar. And what people do, they will take the Aadhaar and modify this. For example, same photo, but different names. The rest, everything is same. The identity is same, but the names are different. So this particular way, by forging the document, the crimes are committed, the SIMs are taken, and then people are duped. But this is also important that the point of sale, typically we have seen these fraudulent connections are taken from certain point of sales who actually join hand in the crime and issue such SIMs, because if a lot of scrutiny is done, the SIMs will not be available. since the point of sales are also involved. So it was very important using this system automatically not only tells these are the fraudulent SIMs, it also tells which are the fraudulent point of sales. Therefore, we can also take action against the point of sales. Now, this is also important that if you get these numbers, we have disconnected the number, but they still operate through WhatsApp. They still operate through Facebook. They still have bank account. So this system, what we have developed, also shares data automatically to WhatsApp, Meta, banks, law enforcement agencies, so that once it is detected, it is put across the system. This is how Astra works. ASTR is basically Astra in Hindi. Astra means weapon. So this is a weapon against the cyber fraudsters. So basically, it uses AI. It uses AI. It looks at each of the faces which have. Whenever you go for a phone connection, you need to put your photo. So it looks at the photo and encodes that and searches in the whole database to identify which are the connections which has come through fraudulent means. This is one example. I just took it. This is same person. If you look at this person, it is the same person. He has disguised himself as female, male, some mustache, non-mustache. It's the same person who has taken the different photo, different connection. AI can immediately group them together and tell that this person has taken 52 numbers in 29 names, as male, as female, and 29 forged documents. Because it fitted in this scheme, we have data where we saw one person is having 1,000 connections. Because here I could fit only a person who have limited, which can come in the screen. So using that, the previous logic, the AI groups them together and immediately tells me that these are the fake connections. Just see the numbers. The beauty of this solution is it works with a database of 1.34 billion. The database, it detects, the beauty of the solution is the scale. It can work at a scale of 1.34 billion. That is the base of India. So it looks at the 1.3 billion databases and pulls out these numbers automatically every month because the connections get added. So every month the analysis happens and these connections are disconnected. We have disconnected 6 million. It was launched 1 year back. We have already disconnected 6 million connections out of this. We have blacklisted 70,000 point of sales. And now we also go to the police. This system also, since it is connected to the police, they lodge a police complaint also automatically. Now this system, since it is based on facial recognition, it has multiple uses. You can use it for missing person identification. You can use for dead body identification. You can use for finding out antisocial elements who connections they are having. You can do for deduplication. For example, income tax cards are there. Some people might have 2 different cards to avoid tax. So this system can detect these are the duplications. This was the news item that this portal identified 185 victims in Balasore. We had a very unfortunate accident last year, and there were a lot of dead bodies, and the government wanted to give ex gratia. So it doesn't know whom to give. So this system was used, and it identified this is the person. We got the photos of the dead bodies. They were subjected to the system, and we identified this is the person. And the beauty of the system is today you may be 80 years, but when you took connections, you were 40 years or 50 years. It will identify exactly. Because the algorithm is such that it looks at your facial vectors in a manner which are unique. It can identify from the database. One example I'll give you here. You see, when we run the system, in a small region in Mewat, we had 0.5 million fake SIMs. After 1 year, we ran the system, it has 65 fake SIMs. Because the moment fake SIMs are identified, we disconnect them. We disconnect their WhatsApp profile, we disconnect their Facebook profile, we disconnect their bank accounts, we freeze their bank accounts so that they don't come up in the system. Now it will be hard for these fraudsters to come back in the system again, because now the moment you go for a connection, it will identify, it will look at the database and see whether you are a fraud person or you are not a fraud person. Another platform we have Chakshu. Chakshu in Hindi means eye. So basically, if you are getting an SMS or you're getting a fraud call or you are getting a fraud email, You just take a screenshot and give it to me. You just put a screenshot, you don't have to type anything, just give a screenshot, it will analyze and find out the source. Because if 10 guys from different regions of India are telling me same thing, so we can point out the source. The moment we point out the source, then we can find out. For example, one complaint leads me to a 900 connection list. We see from this SIM, this is the phone. From this phone, these are the SIMs. These are the bank accounts. So the algorithm immediately finds out what is the source and deletes these connections. It is also important that we blacklist these entities, those who are used in this. Another platform, we have Sanchar Sathi. Sanchar Sathi means a friend, communication friend. So again here, the citizens can know what are the connections, their name. We have found, you go to your system, you put your name or phone number, it will tell you how many connections are in your name. You can check how many connections are. And you can even tell, no, this doesn't belong to me, you can get it disconnected. We have another system, CEIR. If your phone is stolen, it will trace it, where it is. If you have digital intelligence platform, which processes all these inputs together and then brings out the fraudulent list. This is the total fraudulent connections. Till now, the system has found 16 million. We share with banks all the connections which are disconnected, and these are the stolen mobile phones which are traced. If the phone is stolen, it will tell you where the phone is, exactly. So we have traced, and the police is recovering these phones. So this is the news coverage. It was used in various findings for finding cyber frauds, finding missing persons, identifying dead bodies. And so primarily, we have the digital intelligence platform, which connects input from various agencies, various algorithms, and then puts out, these are the fraud connections. You don't have to be IT savvy. You give this input to and it can run at a scale of 1.34 billion. I think for a smaller scale, this can always work. I will leave you with a small video.
In our hyper-connected world, technology empowers and connects us, but also exposes us to unprecedented risks like fraudulent transactions, identity theft, and cyber attacks. Reports indicate a surge in cybercrime activities, with millions being lost in online scams. From a common man to CEO, no one is being spared. The incident underscores the vulnerability of individuals across all levels to cyber threats. But amidst these challenges, a powerful ally emerges. Artificial intelligence, or machine learning, is revolutionizing how we tackle these threats. AI is helping us build a safer digital future. At the heart of India's telecom revolution is the Center for Development of Telematics CDOT, which pioneers telecommunication research and development. From CDOT's laboratories comes a groundbreaking solution, Astra. Artificial intelligence and facial recognition powered solution for telecom SIM subscriber verification. Astra leverages the power of AI, big data analytics, and facial recognition to secure neutralize the cybercrime syndicates. Astra uses fuzzy logic to identify cybersecurity threats with high accuracy. It verifies mobile subscribers using facial images and other data to prevent fraud, reduce cybercrime, and support law enforcement. It also analyzes massive amounts of data in real time, providing actionable insights to protect individuals and institutions alike. It's highly scalable and can process up to 1.4 billion facial data. Its algorithm is trained on Indian faces, can take care of different facial angles, skin tones, ethnic wears, and headgears. Talking about its functionalities, ASTR carries out proactive analysis effectively and detects fraudsters having multiple SIMs with disguised images and forged subscriber details. It also helps leads in the investigation of financial fraud cybercrimes, as it shares the list of fraudulent connections with them. In India, Astra has proven its mettle, as it has been highly successful, neutralizing cybercrime syndicates and disconnecting 4.96 lakh SIMs in the Mewat region of Haryana, which is approximately 30% of total SIMs across all TSPs. Similar success stories are demonstrating Astra's scalability and adaptability. Astra's innovative approach has garnered national and international recognition. Astra is a testament to CDOT's unwavering commitment to safeguarding India's digital future.
So this is the solution. Basically, I'm not aware in your respective countries what is the situation of cyber fraud. We were struggling with this, and then we used AI to solve this problem. And to great extent, I can't say it has become zero. It has minimized in a great extent because now the fraudulent persons know that there is a system which can detect them. So if you have any questions, if
Yep, there is a mic that's going to come round to you.
Hello, thank you very much for the presentation. Well, I actually have two questions. First question is that is there any alert review procedure to make sure that there is no false positives? Because I know you mentioned, and also in the advertisement it was mentioned that the accuracy of the system is high, right?
sorry, I couldn't get your question right.
Is there any alert review procedure to make sure that the precision of the system is high, or that there is no false positives?
No. See, typically in India, I can't disconnect connections just like that. We are the developer of the system. It goes to the government. And government has a rule that you cannot disconnect a connection before 60 days. So I flag it. They flag it to the operator. Then operator demands your KYC. And then a customer doesn't come back. So then it gets disconnected. So basically, you need to prove your KYC. And since now you can't prove your KYC, it is all fraudulent connection. The people don't come up and they get disconnected. But to the banks, we alert that if any transaction happens on this number, please don't transfer the money immediately. Cross-check it. So this is how the production is done.
That's awesome. And also the second question is that what platform and technologies are you using?
No, it is AI. Basically, computing resources you require and AI you require. So we do parallel processing because our database, we are a 1.4 billion country. Our database is large, so you give the system and it does parallel processing and gives you a result within no time. Because we cannot let it happen for a long time. If my result comes after 1 month, it will be of no use.
Thank you very much.
Oh, we have a question just over there.
Well, I don't have question. I just want to thank you, sir, for giving a wonderful presentation because, I mean, I'm there from the past 2 months back, but when I was in India, I was not aware about this kind of thing is happening in my country, and I'm basically from Haryana. And such a wonderful presentation you have given. I mean, I'm really thankful to you because I really get enlightened with that kind of thing that this thing is existing in my country, my India, and India is really going, I mean, in the direction of artificial intelligence, blockchain, cloud computing, and I think so we are in the direction of giving the right results with the right accuracy, as ma'am has asked about the precision. I think so we are in that direction. And with that precision, we can't say it is 100% correct, but yes, the things will be in the right direction, and that's why my country is doing, I mean, a great in the direction of artificial intelligence. Thank you so much.
So those of you who want to look at, you Google Sanchar Sathi. It is a website, sancharsathi.gov.in. It tells you right now what are the connections disconnected, how many phones are stolen, how many phones are recovered. It is a live system. Thank you so much. Oh, one more question.
My name is Alexandra. Thank you very much for this amazing presentation. It's a really good program, what you created there. I would love to know what are for now the limitations of that system? Like, what are you trying to improve right now?
See, what happens that initially we took time in training the algorithm because what happens, for example, we have different religions in our country. Like Sikhs wear turban, they have beard. So we need to train, because if you have beard, you may not be able to do some of the vectors. So we ran the algorithm, we trained the algorithm, and as she pointed out, the connection is not disconnected automatically. It goes to the operator. Operator sends to this guy, hey, your connection has come under suspect. Can you give me the KYC? If the KYC is not coming, the connection is disconnected. So it is not that the system has told and you disconnect. No, the connection is disconnected after a due process. But however, the banks are alerted in advance. Immediately they are alerted that this connection looks like fraud. So you be very careful in the transaction, and if required, you can freeze. So he can also say, the banks can tell the customer, your account is frozen, you come back with the KYC, and they don't come back. We have frozen so many accounts. Thank you so much.
Dr. Rajkumar, let's have another round of applause for that great presentation.
Thank you.